Welcome to Lumumba Junior. What you can see is pull and push from our cattle that we are going to treat today. Then we will be heading to discuss about this is an ancient dip for cattle dipping, and I have to take you through this one so that we can really appreciate about this type of dipping. Then I'll discuss something about another crop here called arrowroots. As you can see, we have a plantation of arrowroots here. I'll have to take you step by step guide so that we appreciate what this farmer is doing. Then apart from that, I'll also discuss some other things like animal keeping. As you can see, we have some animals in the river drinking water. Then I'll proceed telling you about something about maja, where cattle feed on. And then we finish by looking at where they are housed. Thank you. Yeah, the way I said that some things happened with a reason, because the entire journey was cancelled now, but God makes miracles. Because now you can see me heading to one of a client that has a sick animal. I have to go see what's the problem. Yeah, here's the journey to the rural setup. Yeah, he's in Nyabohanse. I'm going to visit a client who has a problem with the animal. You know, I told you the entire thing I'm just doing because no jobs, nothing happens. I have now to volunteer helping the community. So I'm going to volunteer to this client. You can see now it's stony. I'm just stepping on stones. And there, remember, I'm the driver, I'm the cameraman, yeah, and I'm the entire thing, yeah. Now look the way the roads are, because I've just hired a motorcycle to this homestead. You see where the homestead is. So I want to go volunteer this kind of work, this kind of job. Let me show you another terrain here. See the way the rails are, eh? Look the way this road is, yeah. You only climb where it is safe, and climb where it is not safe. So I've said I'm the driver, I'm the cameraman, and I'm the entire thing, yeah. Let me show you my bag that I usually carry in some instances like this. Yeah, this is the bag that I have on top of the motorcycle. Yeah, this is my bag. Let me show you my bag. As you can see, yeah, here is the bag that I have on top of the motorcycle. Let me just put this motorcycle well, yeah. Today I've hired another motorcycle because I told you I don't have any motorcycle. So this is the bag that I use. Yeah, here is it. Have a look at it. A very nice bag, yeah. I can open so that you can see some things inside. Let me open it. Yeah, this is my bag. Have a look at it. Let me open it. I can open it. Now this is the aerosol. You can see I have an aerosol here. These are dog dewormers and some animal dewormers, yeah. So let me just I can show you the way weather today, yeah. Be having, yeah. Yeah, it is about to rain. This is cloudy. You can see this is cloudy weather. It is about to rain. I'm in the homestead of the client, so I want to call them so that I can proceed seeing the animal and the entire thing, eh? So today I've just borrowed this motorcycle for today, TVS. This is the motorcycle that one of my friend came with yesterday, so I had to request for it. Yeah, so let's proceed to the animal. Yes, look at this mushroom. This is the client. He has a very big mushroom, eh? Where this is a mushroom. Yeah. Yes guys, you can see I have the client here. So we are heading to where the livestock is. Now we are just passing through some panyaroos because we have left a motorcycle somewhere. So let me show you the panyaroo. Yeah, you can now see the terrains here near a river. I think this terrain heads to a river. Now we are heading there to see where animals are. This is Lantana Camara, a very good weed. Yeah, when I was in school in those days, I used to come here so that at least I eat those things. They produce a black seeds that people very edible and very sweet, hardy and sweet. So we have reached where the animals are. This is one of the animals here. This is an animal. Then there is another animal here. Yeah, this is another animal. You can have a look at it. Gani alikuwa na kohoa? Oh, here. So the history about this animal, yeah. The farmer has just said that it is coughing. So when an animal coughs, I really suspect something like because now the weather is very harsh, I really suspect something like, you can see now, tug of war between the animal and the farmer. You know, sometimes I told you working with animals is very difficult. Tug of war, two people in one animal. I now have to help. Let me rush the other side so that I can help. I have to pass through here. Yeah, I have to pass through here so that I can at least help them with this animal going back. Yeah, you now see how working with animals is very difficult. So let me follow the animal. We have to tie it on a tree. Yeah, here's the animal. Now this is a village life. Volunteering is not easy. You can see now the boy is trying very hard to bring back the animal. But yeah, let us see the way we are tying it. Look at the animal now. Well, yeah, this is the animal. Yeah, we have to tie this animal with a short knot. Yes. So let us see the way. Boss, ekyo kamba vile unaweza at least akisongeza karibu inaweza jirotate hapo So this is the animal, very disturbing Yeah, hivyo ai songa hapo. Yeah, you should not be around that animal because it can cause harm to him. So looking at this animal very well, it looks healthy and very strong. Huyu ng'ombe alipandishwa? Discharge, Okay, that's another history about this animal. I'm being told that okay, there is a time it was taken to a bull. It now has it usually removes some discharge from the vulva. So I think the time it will remove another discharge, at least we will intervene that. Yeah, here the animal. So I'll give somebody else the camera so that we palpate the animal and see what's the problem.
Kushinda kweli.
Ng'ombe ni ngumu. Nyambo kana ngoje bwana. Mapua.
Kuja ushike. Yeah. Achukue tu kamera hapa. Shika tu mapua. So we have to help each other catching this animal. So first I have to confirm the lymph node if they are swollen. Yeah, these lymph nodes are well. Even these lymph nodes are not swollen. Yeah. So for this animal, I'll treat for something like something about respiratory, because I can see from the history from the farmer says that they have been deworming this animal very well. So let me just give a medication of I'm going to give a medication about a medication on just some treating the cough. So every other parameter is okay, the temperature is okay, and any other parameter is fine. So let me just give a medication for cough. Just put some drug, then I'll be back there. Just going to put some drug, then I'll be back to the animal. Put some drug here. So in treatment for this kind of this cough, I have to give something like an anti-inflammatory. Then apart from anti-inflammatory, I have to give an antibiotic. So I'll administer 2 injections, one anti-inflammatory, another one anti-inflammatory, and another thing is just not antihistamine. Yeah, apart from anti-inflammatory, I'll have to administer something like antibiotics. And the best antibiotics for treatment about this, I won't talk about active ingredient for treatment because it is prohibited. Me telling what drug to use is prohibited. So I have to maintain something, because actually I'm treating this animal like an emergency thing, because we don't have vets here. So I'll handle it something like an emergency. So when I say an emergency, so that means I'm the only person who will save this kind of an animal. So I'll have to give it an injection. So yeah, so I'm giving a medication. That's one injection. I'll give that intramuscularly. Then the other injection, I'm just going to give it subcutaneously. For this, I'll give subcutaneously. This is below the skin. So this is very painful. This is very painful. So you can see the animal. Leave it. So that's how to work with this kind of an animal. The second injection is very irritating. So it is disturbing the animal. Yeah, it has irritated it. So you can see when it is lifting one leg. So after that medication, we will untie this animal, then tie it so that it can feed here the whole day. You see here we use rope to tie our animals. Oh, asifunguliwe? Anakimbia? Okay. So the farmer is telling me that I'm not supposed to open the rope because this animal will run. Yeah, through that irritation, it will run and they won't catch it. That's it. That's how I treat this thing, like something like a respiratory problem, or it is a cough. Yeah, just a normal cough, but it has been persistent according to the farmer. When the animal is sleeping, you just hear some coughs. So a condition like this is very good, but sometimes we give something like a diuretic. Diuretic helps in at least when we have something like fluid in the lungs, it can get rid of that. So you can see that that's it about this kind of animal. So they have to remove it properly so it cannot run.
So guys, you have seen what I've done. That is how you inject something like intramuscularly for a dairy animal, because I've not injected the hind, because the hind, it is not recommended for dairy animals. So they have to untie the way it is now disturbing this animal. Yeah, these are good animal. This is Fresian. This is a good Fresian animal in a village. You see now, people, we are advancing. Apart from this Fresian, we can see that animal there. That's a kienyeji, indigenous animal, but for this is a Fresian animal. It has all the traits for being a Fresian, because we can see the triangular in shape from the head to backwards. Then we can see the triangle here behind. Then we can see it is hornless. Apart from being hornless, You can see all components that are good Frisian has. These are very good Frisian, as you can see these animals. Now they have to tie the animal well. Yeah, then the animal is being tied now. Look at the way we tie animals here. Yeah, this is how we go about tying an animal in a rural setup. You tie on that tree, then at least that rope gives it the circumference of grazing and the entire thing. Now it will now graze in a circular manner where the rope is. So it is now time to go back where we left a motorcycle, so that I'll be heading back where I've come from. Yeah, remember I'm just in the village of Nyabuhanse. So here is where I am today. Now it is now going back where we have just come from. See, now I've carried a bag on my back, a small bag, then I have another bag on my hand. Yeah, this is how things are. And at the end of the day, you have helped an animal. Remember I told you guys, I'm just volunteering. Now that at the end of the day that I'll need something. Remember, this is the community that I was born in. This is the community that I lived in. These are the people who cared about me when I was young, when I was in primary school, and when I went to secondary school, and before maybe hustling, I started hustling. So I'll show you some things here that I really think you have to appreciate. Remember what you can see besides me, those are Lantana Camara. Yeah, Lantana Camara. Then when I was passing through this road in the farm of the client, I saw some good things like veggies. Apart from veggies, I can show you a dip that was being used long time ago. Yeah, and we have to appreciate about that, because I'll show you something like a dip that something like a dip where animals were taken down so that it can be washed, so that we use acaricide so that we can finish we call them ticks. So with that, you get that the animals won't be attacked by ticks that can cause maybe anaplasmosis and the entire thing. Remember when I was going, I thought here, but I never showed you something like that. So let me show you so when I was walking, I was telling you about olden days dip. Here it is. So the community used to dip the animals here. This thing is very deep, but they left it. I don't know why. This is the dip. I don't know how animals. Ng'ombe walikuwa wanaingiaje hapa sasa? Wanaruka. They were jumping. We sawa. So I'm being told inatembea ndani ya maji mpaka huko. Well, let me just stand in that position. So I'm being told that here the animals were coming from this side. From this side. Yeah, from this side now they were entering through here. You can see this hole, this pathway. Imagine an animal jumping from here, going down deep there. They were jumping towards there. You can see where this distance. I don't know why they were not breaking. Imagine this, then walking toward that way. That's the exit of this deep. So going there. So the community was contributing money. Then they dip the animals here. After dipping, now you are done away with all tick-borne diseases like anaplasmosis, East Coast fever, and any other disease that is tick-borne. You have to appreciate this because you can see this thing, the way it looks nice, it looks good. So then I was telling you about village life. We have here, this is napier grass that the farmer used to feed the animals. We have the napier grass up to there. Then we have here, we call these kales. Yeah, these kales are these kales that you see it has some suckers. The side something that somebody can cut these and replant it. Yeah, you see, you just pull it from this end here, then you replant it. Then we have this indigenous vegetable. Yeah, this is an indigenous vegetable. You can see it is now coiling from the ground towards, yes. Oh, sour. So you can see here towards it is coiling towards the top of it. This veggie is very sweet, very sweet veggie. This is a traditional veggie. In the mother tongue we call it mrenda. This is the mrenda. Yeah, you just boil, then you put some onions, then you push it. You just swallow. You just swallow with no any problem. So I was talking about these kales. We have here kales. There is a sugar cane there, the planted sugar cane. Then we have bananas. Now, the interesting thing, I've seen some arrowroots here. Let me show you arrowroot plantation. You see, being a villager, yeah. Let me show you some arrowroots. I've seen some arrowroots here. Let us go see some arrowroots so that we can appreciate. Then apart from arrowroots, you can see even maize. You see, this is a productive area where we have arrowroots, we have maize. We can see some, look at those are goats that are being tied on the road. These are goats. We have these 3 goats. Oh no, 2 with a younger one. These are goats. So this is a village. People tie goats on the roadside. Then I have to pass here to see those arrowroots. Now we have here some maize. These are smaller maize. Then we have the bigger maize here. Look at the way this farmer is very, actually this farmer, thumbs up to him or to her, because this family is very dedicated. You can see this is maize. Then apart from this maize, we have some beans here inside here. This is beans. You can see some beans here, planting maize and beans. Then now I told you something about arrowroots. This is an arrowroot plantation. Since I was born, I've never seen a plantation of arrowroots like these ones. Just have a look at these arrowroots. Very many. Imagine from here, this is almost 2 hectares. This is almost 2 hectares of arrowroots. This is appreciable. Just look at these arrowroots. Plenty of them. You see how village life is, plenty of arrowroots. Because first thing about arrowroots, you have to plant them in a swampy place. Let me show you why the farmer considered planting arrowroots here. So I have to pass through these arrowroots well, so that I don't break them down. So you see now, I've told you that you have to plant arrowroots in a swampy area. Now you can see this is water, stagnant water. You can see even it has a top layer. Yes, let me just... Oh, kando. So the farmer is telling me that I pass through sideways. I don't actually break these arrowroots and the entire thing. So I'll pass by side, so that at least we appreciate these. And so I'll go by sideway. So I'll pass through here. Yes, this way. Now see the arrowroots, the entire thing. Yeah, this is a real farmer, guys. I thought that planting is easy. Now I can't imagine that somebody was just the back is down, now planting the entire plantation about arrowroots. Yeah, I really appreciate this farmer. I think thumbs up to this kind of farming. Yes, so thumbs up to this kind of farming. Yeah, so these arrowroots, we call them nduma in Swahili. So when you say nduma in Swahili, yeah, we just boil them, then you take them for like a breakfast with a cup of hot tea. Yeah, hot tea or hot coffee. Yeah, it tastes good. This is very healthy. One time I'll show you the real arrowroots after harvesting. Yeah, remember, I'm just walking side by side so that I can appreciate this kind of a plantation. Yes, yeah, we won't be able to pluck these things here because they are not mature enough. I'll request the farmer one time to Let me just get inside these arrowroots. Now I'm entering inside arrowroots. Yes, passing here. So I was talking about water. Yeah, you see there is something like a stream passing through these ndumas here. These arrowroots, we have something like a stream. So I was telling you they grow well in a swampy place. You can see some waters here. This is water. So the farmer was trying so hard so that he can make some trees. We call them mitaro in Kiswahili. I don't know what I can call them. Just directing the water inside the nduma so that at least the whole of this garden has can get water from the river so that it can pass through these arrowroots. Yeah, you can see it is heading there. It has a corner towards that side. Then this pass through these. I was telling you that the best place to live in this world is a rural setting. In a rural setting, we see a lot of things, different crops. Yeah, like today, I have just been motivated. Yeah, I was talking about, look at those animals. Yeah? Telling you about the horn animals that we have here. Now they have come to drink water. Yes, this is drinking water. Now look where there is a day I was telling you that here cows drink water from the river. Now we have to appreciate this because they take water from the river. Yeah, they take water from the river direct. No distillation, no any other thing. Yeah, and they are really enjoying. Because once somebody goes graze them somewhere, then at the end of the day they come drink water, they go back grazing. Yeah, like this one has a cough. You know, I was talking about a cough. Now you have seen that is a cough from maybe choking, or the water has entered through a wrong pathway. Yeah? You know, sometimes when water gets through a wrong pathway, you may experience some cough. So that is not something that we can treat because just something like a choke. So I have to appreciate this because I was here, the animals have come here. The animals have come here to drink water. The animals have come here to drink water. So those are the animals that I'm talking about. Yeah. So thumbs up. So let me now go to where I was heading because I had to divert so that I look at the arrowroots. So I don't think if it is I won't show where these animals are sleeping, the sleeping area and the entire thing, because I'm in a farmer's place. So I have to go back where the motorcycle has been parked so that actually I proceed my journey back home after having an epic moment, pull and push from the livestock, because you saw how these animals were giving us hard time because we don't have good restrainers for these animals back in the villages. Yeah, we could be having something like a restrainer and the entire thing. Now look at I want to show you some trees. Yeah? Oh, kuna nyuki huko. Yeah, I'm being told that at least there were some bees here. The farmer wanted to show me some bees, how they keep bees. You see, I told you I'm learning slowly by slowly. Imagine me, farmer, telling me that I was to show how they keep bees, they make the beehive, maybe we have a taste of honey. Yeah, it sounds very good. So look at those trees. Look at those trees. You know, if there is a very best life to stay in, is our village life. Look at that cool environment where we have trees everywhere, good breath, good food. Actually, these food are very good. These vegetables come from the shamba direct, then people consume, apart from those that we get from the marketplaces. Yeah, this environment looks good. Let me show you a major. Do you remember in the Bible we have something like where baby Jesus was born inside a manger? I have a major here where the animals feed on during maybe harsh weather, not even harsh weather, when feed is in plenty. The farmer can cut and carry to the animal. So we have something like a major here. Yeah, you can see even this major has some feed grasses here. So that means after the animals have grazed there, they come supplement them. You can see some legumes here. These are groundnuts. I can see something like remains from the groundnuts. Then I can see some legumes here. So this is some grasses that are cut and carried to animals. Remember, we have our motorcycle there parking that I've used for today. Remember, I told you I usually use border borders. Sometimes pay somebody some little money, and then they give you a motorcycle. Then you go to help the farmer. After helping the farmer, you call it a day. So I have to end my video there because now it is the journey back home. Yeah, journey back home. Now next there, you can see those bricks. Yeah, we can see bricks here. This is the way they burn bricks. We have bricks here. So they put something, we call these, I don't know how they call, they arrange these bricks in this manner. Then they lit fire from these holes around for 3 days. Then they will turn red this way. Then they will use these to build house. You see, like that house is for bricks. It is made of bricks that resemble this one. So there is a building construction here. So that means they want to extend the building here. So I was telling you where the animals stay. Yeah, let me take you direct where the animals stay. For here, this is a firewood unit. They have put it from away from rains. Yeah, I was telling you about where animals sleep. Yeah, this is the sleeping area for these animals that I was treating. Actually, this is where they sleep. They sleep here. Yeah, we have this is the sleeping area. Then we have where they feed. They feed here. Yeah, once maybe some other time when they are going to church. Apart from going to church, maybe when they don't want the animals to get out, they remain here and feed here. I don't know where is the water trough. Yeah, like, oh, this is the water trough. Yeah, this further end, this is the water trough because there is no any feed here. Then we have there they put feed. Then another place for feed there, and they milk from which point? Yeah, I can see here remis. Yeah, this is oil for milking. I think they have to restrain that animal from this place. Oh, here. They milk here. Yeah, the milker will be seated here, this side here. Then the other person, the cow will be here. These are here. So the milker and the cow being milked here. I wish they could be milking. I could have shown you how we milk here traditionally. Then I can see something interesting. You can see this is fecal matter from the waste from the animals in these buckets here. Yeah, you see how they collect it. At least after collecting it, they pour on the shamba, that is the garden, so that at least they increase the nutritive value for the soil. You get manure from the cow so that at least it can promote growth for the crops, and you get good quality crops. Basically, that's it. I don't see any other thing that is interesting here. Yeah, remember I'm in somebody's compound, so me taking a video I had to request first before I progress with this duty. So I want to take off this journey so that I can proceed back to where I stay. Remember I told you where I stay. I usually come from there, and I start my journey from there, then I end my journey somewhere. So for those who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turning on the notification bar so that you can be updated with every other episode that I come across. Remember, I promised you guys that we learn a lot in this rural environment, and actually I'm here to teach both the community and my viewers how lifestyle it is over here, and I really appreciate. Thank you guys. Goodbye.